Good evening. Welcome to the November 19th, 2019 meeting of the Millis School Committee. I'll start by announcing that this meeting is being recorded and can be viewed on Mondays at 7 o'clock on Comcast Channel 8 or Verizon Channel 37. So do you have anybody inside?
We do not.
So we're waiting. There's an elementary school building committee currently going on, which is where Ms. Gibbons and Superintendent Gustafson are. Ms. Roach is stuck, delayed in Chicago from a flight in today, so she probably will not be here. Mr. Catalano.
Present.
Mary is our student representative.
Here.
And Riley is our teacher representative.
Here.
All right. So we'll just go. Dory, go ahead.
Colleges are continuing to visit in the high school during lunches in the conference rooms. The drama club is putting on a play this weekend. There will be Thanksgiving football game home against Medway next week. The Millis girls soccer team just won the South Sectional title this past Saturday and are now moving on to the North Sectionals in Lynn at a shot for states. The Millis winter sports will begin soon. There were several interest meetings last week, and the Nutcracker is expected to take place in December.
Okay. At Clyde Brown, the CFB HSA is hosting a Friendsgiving evening this Friday evening, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Food services will provide some holiday dinner treats, and there will be activities for students and adults, including an opportunity to write thank you notes to members of the CFB and Millis community who support them throughout the year. Tickets are available at the door for families. And in the middle school, this is Spirit Week. Middle school students have been dressing in different themed clothing and collecting food for the Millis Food Pantry all week. And at the high school, the Chem Club will be headed over to the grade 4 classrooms at Clyde Brown on Monday, November 25th. Club members will be working with the grade 4 students on simulations illustrating concepts related to adaptation. This past weekend was Districts for Music and Art. Dory Stefanowitz received first trumpet for the chair for the competition, and Nicole Davies placed to go to All-State. Altogether, 6 Millis High students auditioned for this. Good job to everyone, and congratulations and good luck, Nicole. The high school drama club presents One Wife Too Many this weekend on Friday, November 22nd, and Saturday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. Terpsichore presents the Nutcracker on December 6th, 7th, and 8th at the high school auditorium. It's the 11th year of the annual production under the direction of Ms. Copies, our chemistry teacher. It includes students from pre-K through 12, and it is a favorite tradition. And the Peer Leaders Club will be hosting a clothing drive and collecting new and gently used clothes during the first week of December. After the drive, they will host a thrift shop in the library on December 10th to make clothes available for all students, and then they will donate the remaining clothes to a local shelter. That's it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, what we're going to do now is actually go into a bit of a recess for about 15, 20 minutes to see if the elementary school building committee meeting ends in time, and if that runs or looks like it's going to run much longer, we'll just come back and take up the action items and move on. So,
Mr. Chair,
yeah.
I make a motion to go into recess to return back to open session on camera.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, welcome back. We are now back into open session. The elementary school building committee has been last longer than expected, so we're just going to go ahead and move into our action items because we have a fairly short agenda. So action items, we have two. First is consideration to receive reallocation of special education. So in our package, we have a memo. Just pull it up. A memo indicating that we, since April of 2019, we've enrolled 3 new students with social emotional IEPs are in the process of creating a transition plan for an additional out-of-district student to begin to attend Clyde Brown in January. There is a proposal and a request for us to increase the, it's not the BCBA, it's the adjustment counselor,
School adjustment counselor at the Clyde Brown.
to adjust that from a 0.4 to a 0.6. The cost of that is $12,000. We are, at this time, have a projected savings of $20,000 in our out-of-district tuition. So this would really just be shifting budgeted money from out-of-district tuition to salaries, leaving still $8,000 of projected savings in out-of-district tuition. I did ask the superintendent as a follow-up regarding the fact that this is in essence, for 4 students since April, and when we built this budget, we didn't have it built with a significant amount of cushion. So my question revolved around capacity and whether this small increase in 0.2 of an adjustment counselor was sufficient enough for the students for these additional students. And she let me know that 2 of the 3 were known prior to us, the finalizing of the budget. So we, in essence, had those incorporated in. The student coming back in January, or coming in January, obviously was not planned, and the third of the 3. So right now, I think they believe that they're adequately staffed for what we're doing today. I think that they probably still, we need to finalize exactly what's going to be the services required come January to understand whether we're covered across the board. So it's just something we probably should take up and follow up on a future meeting. But it doesn't really impact the formal request that we have in front of us.
Mr. Chair, and this is the nature of SPED education in the district. People can move in at any point in time. People can move out. An IEP changes. It's either increased or reduced. I'm not sure that's the exact term, but the level of services. So although this has not happened a lot, this is not a nature of our budgeting. This is truly the nature of dealing with students and how things change as the year progresses. And it changes sometimes within the year and then sometimes from year to year. So I think this is reasonable. The good news is we have this money in cost savings right now, or not savings, just not spent money. So this is really truly just a transfer of money from one line item to another line item within the same kind of bucket. Want me to make a motion?
Please.
Are you good? Do you have something? Okay.
Making a note to follow up.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to reallocate money from the out of district tuition line item and allocate it to increase the FTE of the school adjustment counselor at the Clyde Brown from 0.4 to 0.6 in the amount of $12,000. Is it starting January? Yeah, starting January on the first day back to school.
It's been moved and seconded. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
The second item we have is consideration to approve the computer lease buyout. So again, in our packet, Carrie sent a memo from Mr. Wigan. We found that the previous lease contract that we had for Chromebooks actually was not a dollar buyout. They were a buyout of fair market value. So in order to buy out the Chromebooks that are coming off lease that we need, the cost is $5,121.33, which we are going to absorb just through our operating budget of computer expenses for this year. So, Terry's memo and then his recommendation for the motion is at the bottom of the memo.
And to note something in the memo, we're going to get at least another year of service out of these Chromebooks. So for $5,000, we're getting another year of 120 Chromebooks. And then it looks like if we sell some of those units, that would be part of this buyout. We could actually make some profit. So I don't know. We don't have exact numbers, but there's a chance that we may be able to cover the cost of this buyout through some sellback or buyouts, selling them back. Mr. Chair, I move that the Millis School Committee authorize the business manager to execute the lease buyout with VAR Technology Finance in the amount not to exceed $5,121.33 for Chromebooks, cases, and charging cards.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I just don't know how they get so specific with their numbers. Anyways,
We have everything on our agenda for tonight. We have no executive session.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Tuttle,
I make a motion to adjourn.
it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.